second.
No problem.
I don't ever use headphones, so I have some, but I don't have the connector for my iPhone.
See how you go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. My husband has to connect them. 1 second.
No problem. No problem.
Let's see if the sound will be better. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I hear you. I'm just going to find you. There you are. Okay.
Here. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
How are you doing? How was your week? How are you feeling?
It was a decent week.
Cool.
I'm feeling okay. Still not great, but
Okay.
trying to be positive. I'm okay. I'm better than I was. I'm tired. I'm pretty tired now. So I'm just trying to support my adrenals and take it easy, which is hard because our life is just pretty busy. But I'm trying to think. Sorry, we just got back from a back to school barbecue, and so like all over the place.
Yeah.
Tell
me about your.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, let's start with your energy. So, how is your physical energy on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably a 5. Haven't been. Hey, Gabriel, lock the door, please. I feel like I've just been a little bit. I'm not as tired as I was. I'm just feeling very unmotivated. I'm hoping I'm just PMSing really hard.
When
yeah.
are you?
I should be getting my period anytime now. It was pretty regular for a while, like every 28 days once I started my thyroid meds, but now it's like anywhere from 30 to 36 days. So
30 to 36. So when I feel unmotivated, it's really important for me to move my body and do sort of physical activity. So for me, I love surfing. So that's my number one. That one's good for me in so many ways because there's no phones, there's no social media, so I get a chance to brain. But also moving your body helps to release endorphins. It helps with our hormone production, our blood sugar balance, our adrenal balance. So finding the right kind of exercise and intensity level that you enjoy. I don't enjoy the gym. I find it very boring. So I've tried to go to the gym a couple of times and I last for maybe 6 weeks and like, I don't like doing this. So you got to find something that you enjoy.
Yeah. And your post, I saw your post on Instagram. Perfect timing yesterday. And I was like, I need to move. But I was just like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything, but I went for a little 15-minute walk with my daughter and I think it helped, a little bit. It wasn't like I was like, well, I'm better, but it did help. And yeah.
That's a good one. There's a girl that I follow also on Instagram. She does like business stuff, Angie Lee. She talks about the 10-minute rule. So if she's feeling unmotivated for working or unmotivated to exercise, she'll just tell herself 10 minutes. Just do 10 minutes. And then if you still don't want to do it, you can stop. So you went for a 15-minute walk yesterday, which is great. But say you just in that thing, and our brains can give us all the reasons why we don't need to do it. So
it's fascinating. I'm just realizing how crazy insane our brain is, and like just coming home from vacation and realizing my body and my brain know I'm coming home and that this is where I don't really get to rest, and the anxiety starts creeping in. I'm like, this is so psychological, like feeling sick even, it's crazy, the power of our brains. Ugh.
And it talks about like the ego. So the ego is not like just people being like the ego can be like that self. It's a really good book if you want to delve into that sort of stuff. It's like going into the matrix, like the blue or the red pill. Once you start going down blue pill, you can't unknow what you know. So now that
I know, that's the thing. Yeah, once you know, you can't stop.
Yeah, there's a really good book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and he talks about how we honor our thoughts. So these thoughts that come through, they're often the negative ones. Oh, you can't take your kids to dance class and horse riding, and you haven't got the time. Who do you think you are to wear a bikini to the beach? You need to lose 3 kilos. You can't run a marathon. You're too tired. So all these negative things tends to be the ego, and it comes in as a way to protect ourselves from things that could be scary or could be fearful or could be hard. So annoying. And
the power of, what is it? The Power of Now, or Power
of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
Okay.
I've got his second one. So this guy.
Okay. Yeah. I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, it's one of like the thing ones, and it's really good to start to remember that we honor our thoughts. So these thoughts that come, they're not us. And then it's a practice as well. So the first step of fixing a problem is being aware that there is a problem. So if you start to become aware of these negative thought patterns, then you can start to change them.
Right.
Another good book that I'm reading at the moment is quite nice, is the Monk That Sold His Ferrari. I don't know if you've heard about it. Yeah, that's really nice, lighthearted way. So it's like this high profile lawyer working 80 hours a week, smashed himself, adrenal fatigue, burnt out, and then went away and got enlightened. So it's like
that's so great
contrast, but it's a nice way to think about it. And they talk a lot about our mindset. So this is all our patterns and all our behaviors. So if we don't master our mindset, or if we don't change our behavior, then our reality won't change. And Joe is another guy, so he talks about we need to change our personality to change our personal reality. Because if we do the same thing every day, nothing's going to change. Yeah.
Right.
Super cool. I love all of them. They're amazing.
Okay.
And then when your body is stronger and stronger and stronger, and so what work we've been doing is working on like physical stuff, so taking physical stuff and eating physical food and physical supplements, and then you're also doing physical activity if you can. So all these physical things have an impact on the mental and the emotional. So the stronger your physical body is, the better your mental and emotional energy is. So that's why so the tonics do this, and movement does this. And so the more, and it's like an upward spiral, the more you do it, I wrote in the post, the more I do it, the more effortless and enjoyable it is. And same if I break my cycle, so if I haven't done any sort of movement for a week, then I'm more unmotivated and more demotivated and more apathetic.
Right.
Just start again. So just kind of remind yourself, and having habits will kind of always win. So motivation doesn't last, but habits can get you through.
Right.
Totally.
I just try. Yeah, you're right. It's just hard. I think I'm tired of doing this, and I was sad yesterday. I haven't felt sad in a long time. I was like, no, I can't be depressed now. But I feel like at the same time, like I want to stay positive, and I want to tell my body what it should be doing. But then at the same time, I feel like I've been, especially the last few weeks, I've been fighting off those emotions of just like allowing myself to feel any emotions, because I'm like, no, I need to stay strong. I can't, I am who I think I'm going to be, and so, but yesterday I was like, it's okay. Like I'm sad, and I'm going to be sad. And so anyways, it's just a hard balance. I don't know, figuring out what to do.
The way to get through the emotions is to go through them. So it's nice not to wallow in sadness, but it's absolutely okay and good to process it and feel it and allow yourself to express it. And when you get the release, that's how you can kind of work through it. I struggle to cry, but if I am in a moment where I'm overwhelmed and things are just crap, and I just sit with it and I do have a cry, I feel so much better after. So
that's what I want to just cry, but then I'm like, is that going to make me more anxious? Because sometimes it does. So I'm like, anyways, yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be a bad thing to have a cry. So if you allow yourself to wallow in it long term, then that's something needs to change there. But if you're sad. I think it's very, very, very healthy to feel it.
Okay.
So a lot of
Let them out.
yeah, for sure. A lot of times we get to wash them. There's a couple. I've got an emotional processing thingamabobby. I'll just tell you now, Kristin. I'll get Sam to email it to you. Emotional processing. It comes from my coach, Kirsty. So there's different ways that we can do emotional processing. And just like with exercise, we can think of all the reasons why we don't have time to do it. Every single time that I do it, I have such a big breakthrough. And the next day is just like, I have these phenomenal days. It's like, why don't I do this more often? So there's different ways to do it. For some people, it is like singing, if they enjoy singing. For some people, it's art. For some people, it's listening to super loud music. For some people, if you can, and it's good to identify the feeling that you're having, trying to explore it, and then maybe where it's coming from. So if it's coming, you know how sometimes with your husband, you can fight over him not doing the dishes, but it's probably not about the dishes. It's probably about
it. Yeah.
So trying to identify what it is and then processing it there, and then the other stuff won't come up. So I've got a whole worksheet that I'll get Sam to send you. And then another way for me, it works really well, is doing like a little running, walking thing. So I'll tune into the emotion that I'm feeling. And so I did this exercise with like inner child stuff, and I did it with inner teenager stuff. So my God, who doesn't have daddy issues?
Yeah.
I was thinking of a specific time in my childhood that I could remember my dad doing something that I got hurt by. And so then I would tune into that, how it made me feel, and I'd let myself get really worked up about it. And then I'd run super, super fast for like 20 seconds. And then that would extend a lot of that emotion. And then I'd walk and up again. And I'd just repeat that process until I really felt like I got that whole emotional episode out. And then I'd go have a shower.
Okay.
So I did it. I like the physical.
That's so interesting. Okay.
That's emotional processing. So definitely think it's worthwhile exploring.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
It never ends.
I know. Yeah.
And I think it's nice to remind yourself that. So you can't just eat your veggies for 1 week and be healthy.
Yeah.
It's something that you need to work on.
Totally.
And there's another little saying: if your job is to eat a frog, do it first thing in the morning. If your job is to eat 2 frogs, eat the big one first. So get the things out the way that you don't want to do. So if you struggle with having
that's a lot of things.
So remember it. So if exercise is a thing that you struggle with, do it first thing in the morning before your brain has a chance to tell you all the reasons why you don't need to do it. Or if someone else is, say, working, like as soon as you come home from work, dump your bag, change your clothes, get out. Don't even think about it.
Right now, I think the biggest hurdle for me is I want to do it alone. I want to go for a walk alone. And I just don't. The only time to really do that is either early in the morning or possibly at night. But our nights, it's just kind of sporadic. So that's why I'm trying to be able to have the energy and be able to set an alarm clock and not be startled by it. Because in the morning my cortisol is high, so I have to calm down for a while. So I'm like, I'm going to try and start walking this week. Actually, I just decided to try to wake up a little early to do that.
Awesome.
So and
it's not small as well. So if you make like a goal to walk every day this week and then you don't, it's like a fail. It's like, oh. But if you set a goal 2 times per week and that's achievable and you achieve that goal, then you can build from there. And now that was Tim Ferriss. He talks about that.
I love Tim Ferriss.
So set achievable goals, and then once you achieve them, you can make bigger goals.
That's right. That's a good idea.
Cool. Okay. How's your tummy?
I've been okay. About to start my period, so I feel a little bloated. Yesterday and today for no reason really, but not bad. I have been, I don't know why, but I've been feeling nauseous just kind of pretty often. So I don't know. I totally forgot to do my Fitness Pal entries. I know, but I can't really relate it to anything that I'm eating. I honestly think it's psychological. My oldest I don't know if I have friends watching this are gonna watch it, but he's very difficult. We had a rough morning this morning, and I just started feeling sick, and I'm like, oh. So I think it's psychological, but yeah, I've never had that happen before.
How long does it last for, and when does it start?
So I'm not like this started when my anxiety kicked in a few weeks ago. My stomach was just off, I couldn't really handle a lot of food, whatever. But I mean, I was at the beach the other day relaxing and it just came on and it probably lasted an hour or two, but I went home and took some activated charcoal and it seemed to help. So I don't know. And then today it only lasted like a half an hour. I started feeling better, but I just told myself it was psychological. So I don't know if that helped.
Can be both. It doesn't do one or the other. Have you got food in your stomach when it's happening, or is it an empty stomach?
This morning I had not eaten yet. I'm trying to do a little bit of intermittent fasting, but I ate and it still is a little bit off. So I don't know. But I have noticed too when I eat, because I've been adding fat, a little more fat, that I do feel like stuff's a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
Right now, so
that
I don't know if I'm just,
So what that kind of says to me is actually sometimes, you know how ginger, everything is good for nausea. This is because like ginger helps with gastric emptying, which is stomach emptying. So how well or not the stomach empties the contents into the small intestine. So sometimes this can be like a motility thing, and then stress does affect motility. So when we go into the stress response, which is our fight and flight, it shuts down all the things that are non-essential in that. So if someone's pointing a gun at you, you don't need to think about making babies. That can wait. You don't need to think about digesting that apple. That can wait. So then our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and our digest, is also called the breed and the feed. So when we are in the fight or flight mode, it shuts down digestion, it shuts down reproduction. That's why libido is one of the first things to go when people get into stress mode, stress environment.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, because you want to make babies when it's stressed. It's not an ideal environment. So
that's interesting. I mean, I know that about ginger, but even last night, I just felt like my food was sitting. I should have tried to drink a cup of tea, like that just doesn't sound appealing. I think.
So the asparagus can help. So
yes, I just got that.
Yeah, so put it after last meal because it works your motility. So it works really well when there's no food going in there, but you can also do it before meals because it's got things in there that stimulate digestion. So you can do 20 drops before meals and then 20 drops 2 hours after your last meal at night.
Okay.
So before meals and 20 drops, 2 hours after last
Would you do it every time before I eat?
Yeah.
Right now? Okay.
It just helps stimulate your digestive juices. It helps with the muscle contraction. So it's a one digestive tonic. I love it. It's awesome.
Okay.
I was going to say something else.
Sorry.
Oh, fat. No, that's what it was. So fat is the most satiating of the nutrients, and that's because it delays gastric emptying. So it slows down how quickly the stomach releases its contents because it wants to break things down. So that could explain that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Another thing that can help with nausea, if it's liver related, because we need the bile to break down the fat, is lemon water. So I love lemon water, which is my suggestion. So in the morning, you could do some lemon water with ginger. So really good.
Okay. Am I good not taking the liver supplement anymore? Or because I noticed it wasn't on my sheet.
Lemon water with ginger. I was trying to see what we could whittle down.
Okay.
The nausea is one sign of liver stuff. So let's see how much the ginger, asparagus, lemon. If we still need that, then totally bring it back. So the liver is also another tonic. So these are all just tonics for different parts of your body.
Okay.
And then back to hormones. So you mentioned that you're on 36 days, up to 36 day cycle. How long has it been like that?
So all of last year, honestly, it would go anywhere from 38 to like 47 days. And then in January, I started taking my thyroid medication, the new thyroid medication they put me on. And I think for 3 months, it was 28 days exactly. So probably about April is when it started getting wonky again.
Okay. 3 months. Where were your hormones? Progesterone, you did in March. Oh shoot, it's 8.4. I need to log into your thing. What was it called again? For your portal? Health?
I don't know.
It was a weird name.
Oh, my login.
Kaiser.
Oh, my healthcare. Yes, Kaiser.
So your progesterone. What do we got? Test results. Oh yeah, CBC, C-reactive thyroid stimulating hormone. And then T4, progesterone, TSH. When was the last time you had hormones checked? I got your
I think I didn't do it just so I think Kaiser wasn't willing to run them. And I'm pretty sure I had it done in March or right before I started talking to you through LabCorp.
Okay.
I think it's in my test folder. She did my progesterone and my estrogen. That was the thyroid doctor who helped me figure out that I had SIBO. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was through LabCorp. I can find it on my phone if you
Cool.
need me to.
It'd be nice. So what are we now? August. And if it's in March, then I'd probably recommend doing like a hormone panel. And so your doctor should get that now because it's been 6 months. And you can just say because your hormones have gone a bit wonky again. So your menstrual cycle's gone a bit wonky again. And so then the ideal time to do it is on day 3. And then also if you had a 28-day cycle between day 19 and 21. So the first 14 days of your cycle, that one can vary. So in a 28-day cycle, it would be 14 days. And then you ovulate. And then after ovulation, it's always 14 days until you get period. So this one can alternate, and that would be what affects the duration of your cycle. So say you're on a 32-day cycle, then it would be between day 23 and 25. So it's always 7 days from the end. So on day 3, so day 1 is first day of your bleed. So on day 3 of your bleed, testing the hormone panel, which is your estrogen, progesterone. I would like to see what's going on with testosterone as well, and FSH and LH. And then on day 19 to 21, or 7 days from the end, you test again estrogen and progesterone. So the first one is all of them, and then retesting estrogen and progesterone. Day 3, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, LH, and FSH. Day 19 to 21, or 7 days from end. Estrogen and progesterone. Super.
Okay. She'll probably do one for me, so I might have to have you write up a requisition for the second. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. I lost you for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, now I can, but that sounded like a robot. What did you say?
I know. She'll probably be able to do one of the tests, but I doubt she'll do the second. Can you hear me? Oh, man. Shoot.
Hello? Hello? Sugar. Hi.
There you go. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I didn't hear your question. What was your question?
I think she'll do one of the tests, but I might have to ask you to write me up another requisition to test again. So I'll let you know what she says.
Yeah, just say that would be really helpful. Okay. Anything else? So how are you going with the sun fiber and the galactomune? Any gas?
I haven't.
You haven't.
I've only done. Sorry, I've only done the sun fiber once. I didn't have any bloating or anything, and I just wanted to wait till we were back home before I started anything. And so, I also had a question about the galactomune.
Mm-hmm.
It says 1/4 of a teaspoon. Do you want me to just open up the capsules and measure that out, or did you just take one? Or I wasn't sure if. No. Shoot. It's
Hi.
freezing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just finishing up anyway. If you break open one for me and just see how much that is, I feel like one capsule would be about 1/4 of a teaspoon. You can just measure the first time. And so these ones are your soil for your probiotics. So I do want to do it for a week or two before bringing in the probiotics because they'll just make them stick better. Because if you bring probiotics before doing that, they just kind of flush through.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. All right, so we have a session next week, and then it's week free anyway. So then we'll probably have like a couple after that.
Okay, perfect.
Congratulations. So bringing in the gentle movement. And you're doing well. You're doing really well.
All right. Thank you for the encouragement.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, have a good week.
I will. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, lovely.